Alright, so what were you talking about? Oh yeah, this part. Stan fronte a te, stan fronte a te. Yeah!
Welcome to the next episode of Bottom of the Bay. Today we got a special guest. He is multifaceted, and when I mean he does food, music, blogs. I think he does opera, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, sir.
Khaysie, welcome, man.
What's happening, man? How you doing? First off, I want to say thank you for including me in your show. It's an honor, it's a privilege, and I'm just excited to just chat it up with you.
All right, that's right. Well, look, man, you look so interesting online. I had to reach out to you. So let's go ahead and get a little bit of history and go back. Where are you from, and what high school did you go to?
Cool. So I'm from Richmond, California, out in the East Bay side, and I went to St. Mary's College High School in Berkeley, which is a private school.
You're actually from Richmond.
Yeah, I'm from Richmond.
Oh, man, disregard what I said earlier. All right, man, that's what's up. So what'd you get into first?
So my first love was music. So I started music when I was 5 years old. How it came to be, I was 4 years old. I was in preschool, just playing with my toys, just being an innocent little boy with a wild imagination. And my preschool teacher told my mother that I had a great voice, but my mom kind of brushed that comment off because I think that she believed the preschooler was just saying whatever. Fast forward to next year, I go to church with my mom, and me being a good boy, I got this hymnal book, and I just started singing, being obedient, following along. And this elderly lady tapped my mother on the shoulder and told her, "Hey, your son can sing really good." My mom started to pay attention to me singing, and she got emotional. She started crying, and that's when she realized that music was in my blood. And so she put me on my real big test, which was I performed at a talent show in kindergarten. And I remember the very first song that I sang was Three Little Cats. And so she wanted to dress me up in a little kitty outfit, but I thought that wasn't cool back then. I was like, no, that just doesn't go. So I decided to wear this big puffer jacket, really colorful. Anyways, when I finished my performance, I experienced the longest 1 second of my life. It was just complete silence. But at that point, everyone stood up and they roared and applause for me. And that moment, it was addicting. I realized this is what I need to do, music, to inspire people to just be themselves, be courageous, face that stage fright, and just be yourself.
Okay. I have one question of everything you just said.
What's up?
What the is Three Little Cats?
I
have never heard that song.
Listen, I remember when I had Windows 96. We're going way back.
Yeah.
That PC, there's this game. We popped in a floppy disk. I'm going way back. A floppy disk. I don't know if people know what that is.
Oh, yeah. I know what a floppy disk is.
Insert that there, and there's a little song that on this video game. And I thought it was pretty cool back then. My mom loved it, and I would sing along. So that's how Three Little Cats came to be.
Okay. All right. Well, then let's speed it up a little bit.
Sure thing.
You do, is it blog? Is it, hold on, wait. Is it?
What do I do?
Is it opera?
Yeah. So growing up, I was classically trained, so I would sing opera. Okay. And growing up, I realized not many people really sang that form of genre. And so growing up, I didn't see that many Latinos or any people of color perform opera. And whenever I would go to the performances, it was predominantly white. And I wasn't used to that because I went to a really diverse school. Growing up, I was surrounded by diversity. And so the older I got, I realized I want a better representation of culture, of diversity within the opera scene. But I realized even when I go on the major opera stages, San Francisco Opera or San Jose Opera, it's just mostly white audience members. And so at the same time when I was growing up, I loved listening to R&B. I love listening to hip hop. So I was like, how can I make opera lit? How can I make it hype? So I have to first give off a big shout out to two important influencers. First off is Beyonce. she did this production of Carmen, and that's like a really big opera production. However, there wasn't really operatic elements vocally.
You talking about that movie with Makai?
You already know.
Was awful.
Yes. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, nah, you're not doing it right. So
that movie was bad. And it wasn't because of the songs and stuff. It was Beyonce. It was acting pretty bad.
Yeah.
I have to say it. So.
It wasn't the hottest, but it paved the road. Mm-hmm. And then the next person I'll bring up, yes, he may be controversial now, but musically, I think he's a genius, Kanye West. A lot of his performances has a lot of operatic elements. If you see his stage production, it has a lot of operatic elements. And even in some of his older songs, he would have choirs. Yeah. He would have string orchestras, quartets, and they would start playing in a classical way. And I love that. And he would just start rapping and just like adding those 808 beats. And so because of those two people, they kind of inspired me to create this new genre called hip opera.
Hip opera, that's tight, man.
Yeah,
that's a lot to digest all at once, man. But that's all good. That's all good. That's all good. So, as far as music goes, do you have any albums, mixtapes, or collab albums that you put out?
Yeah. So wonderful question. So this is the first year, 2023, where I will be finally working on my very first album. I started releasing my music on November 2021. I was just releasing several singles and whatnot. However, I realized now it's time to like level up my musicianship. It's time to go on album mode. So this is the year where I'm gonna go full at it.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And what you gonna do? You gonna mix a whole bunch of different genres, or you gonna stick to one lane?
You got it. So the whole concept of it, I'm gonna name this album Cluster of different genres of music, cluster of messages, of experiences that I've been through, you know, stories that I've never shared with the world, and I'm gonna put that within my music. Me being a composer, I compose everything from scratch. Whatever you hear from my music, it was from me. From the piano melodies, the synth melodies, the rhythm. That's all me. I'm a big music nerd.
Wait. Yes. You play instruments as well?
Of course.
See, this is why I love Bottom of the Bay, because we just get on here and we learn about people.
Yeah.
You play instruments, you sing, so I'm almost sure you can read music.
I do. Yep. Easy.
You dance.
I'm learning. I'm alright, but we're getting better this year.
We're gonna scratch
we're taking dance classes.
Okay, so you play what all instruments you play?
Yeah, so it's just mainly piano. There was a point where I even learned how to play the harp for 3 years. So that's a really elegant instrument. It's kind of similar to piano, but my main baby is just piano and voice.
Okay. So what made you go so hard with the online content?
Cool. So that journey could not have occurred if I did not step into this journey called self-love. So in 2020, when we were forced to be indoors because of the pandemic, I'm naturally the type of person that's always out and about. When the streets are calling, I answer. I'm kidding.
That's right.
And so because of that, I never took the time to really reflect on myself. Because of that, I would always run away from my problems. I would always distract myself. But I never addressed issues that affected me since I was young. So I need to heal my inner child so that then I can believe in myself, so then I can self-love myself. And with that self-love, it translates into passion. It translates into confidence. And that's how I stepped into like releasing a lot of more content out there. Before, I would have a lot of little voices in my head saying, oh, you are not good enough for this. You talk funny. You're not confident. You're ugly, whatever it may be, all these like little inner voices. But I was like, you know what, like, screw that. I'm gonna just do me. Because before I would always try to want to fit myself into different groups, but I was never genuine myself. And at this point, the older that I'm getting, I realized, you know what, nah. If people really fuck with me now, they'll rock with me to the very end for just being me.
Okay, that's what's up, man. So what's something that you can add to what you already do to take you to the next level?
Great. So because of music, I realized the only way to really get myself out there is to be comfortable being uncomfortable. What does that mean? I never did food content ever my entire life, but I love to eat, as you can see. And so, you know, I realized I wanted to challenge myself. How am I going to get my name? How am I going to get my face out there into the audience? I realized that the food community is pretty big here in the Bay Area. So I decided to, dive right myself into it, connect with people, and that's how I was able to get some type of visibility. Next up, I love fashion. So I wanted to get myself into the fashion industry. I reached out to the San Francisco Fashion Week show. I shot my shot. I told them I'm a photographer, I'm a videographer, and they're like, "Great, can you come tonight?" And I said yes. Boom, I went there. I started taking photos, and I started connecting with a lot of models, a lot of designers. And at that point, the reason why I wanted to create that is that rapport building is so that when I create my own fashion line, I know who to contact, because I want to be kind of like what Kanye West did, where he would start performing his own music and people would be walking down with his line, with his Yeezy line. That's what I'm trying to do with my stuff, with my art. I'm trying to make sure that I have my music heard, that I have my fashion line being shown and worn.
Okay. So the hosting, where does the hosting come from? Is
Oh,
that like your
yeah.
little side gig right there?
So crazy, this whole hosting journey, it just happened in last year. So I remember I got invited to host for this big event in the Bay Area called 66 Night Market. Someone told me that I should be a MC. I don't know what that meant. I was like, what is that? Like, do I gotta start performing live? I don't know, but it's just like just presenting people. So when I first started, I was a little bit nervous, but the more that I did, I started becoming comfortable. And because I started getting comfortable speaking to the general public, that translated to my music. I started getting comfortable performing as well. And through this whole MC gigs, doing 66 Night Market, even doing Foodie Land, that got me now to doing hosting at nightclubs. So I'm telling you, like, everything is all happening so fast and all in the span of 1 year. To top it off, because I'm doing the hosting, because I'm doing the MCing, because I'm performing more. As of January 2nd, 2023, a few days ago, I got premiered on 96.5 KUBU FM radio in Sacramento.
Talk that.
And that's crazy. I would have never expected someone that was struggling through mental health, someone that was just ready to not continue living, someone that was anxious, someone that was depressed, chose the path of believing in himself. And this is what happened, all in the span of 1 year. And I'm still in shock with what's going on in my life.
Because you just mentioned mental health and you saying believing in yourself, was it all you, or did you have any people that helped you along the way as well?
Two important people in my life. First off, it's God. God, I'm a big believer of God, and through my prayers, He's always been there for me. Even when I thought He was never there, He's always been right there. It just took me to just be aware and open up my eyes. Second person, and I love her to death, my mother. My mother is my queen. She's my purpose of living. Her being an immigrant from Peru, her cleaning houses, I realized, she sacrificed herself so much just to make sure I can have a solid education, just to make sure that I'm having a good life. All that she's done for me, I'm doing for her. I'm trying to pay back. My biggest goal this year is not only am I going to release my album, I'm going to bring my mother on stage, and I want everyone to applaud her, because it's because of her that I'm still alive to this day. Because of her, she gave me the right messages. She gave me the right guidances. I realize nowadays it's a privilege having a healthy family. I've met so many people where they told me they didn't have a strong bondship with their family members. And seeing that and seeing the pain that they experience, it hurts me. And so I want to spread that love that my mom gave to me to the world. Yeah.
All right, so today you brought somebody with you.
Of
So we're
course.
going to go ahead and
Yeah. So I mean,
bring them
it's
along.
the one and only and fashionable Sylvia right over here.
Hello.
How you doing, Sylvia?
I'm good.
Go ahead, Khaysie. You can introduce Sylvia. We can get to know
I
her.
think Sylvia's grown and whatnot. As you can tell, she's like well fitted and whatnot. Sylvia, let her know who you are.
Hello, I'm a designer. I make clothes. I made this skirt I'm wearing right now. And this bag is my character Bubblegum. It's from my collab. Yeah.
So you're a designer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you fit other people, or you only design stuff for you right now?
I used to sell stuff on Depop. I just got banned today, but yeah, I make skirts from like pants and I just rework them, put them on Depop, sell them. Yeah.
All right, man. We got to work to get you unbanned, because That's not cool.
Hey, Depop, I'm banner right now.
What is Depop?
Depop, it's a reselling site. It's just basically like Poshmark or like Etsy, but for like I guess like Gen Z, I guess.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that's what's up, man. Cool. Do you do music or anything else?
I don't do music. I just make clothes. Yeah.
All right. How'd you meet this guy?
At my fashion show, so like I had a fashion show recently, like a month ago, with After Dark Fashion Mint, and I met him there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what's up, man. All right. So this is fairly like a new friendship or
New
whatnot.
friendship. Yeah.
All right, cool, man. Well, check this out. The food show.
What's happening?
We plan on taking that next, man. You trying to put it into a full production? You just kind of getting your feet wet?
So I wanna first shout out my videographer, Saydina. It's because of him. He's the one that's been filming me do like my food content, and ever since then, I invested in a new camera, and I have a Sony A7 IV, and production has just elevated.
You got a Sony A7 IV?
Sony A7 IV, yeah, man.
That's the best low light.
100%,
right there,
100%.
Man.
I think the biggest thing that people have to realize is investing. So trust me, that camera itself is so expensive, but I manifested that I'll be able to pay off this camera. And so because of this manifestation, crazy enough, in less than a month, I was able to already pay off half of that camera. Because I told myself and I put out to the universe, I'm gonna be consistently booked. I'm gonna be set. And I think I'm projected by next month, it's done. I fully paid it off.
That's right, man. That's motivating, dog. See, I knew it was the reason why I brought you on the show, man. All right, so if you can give us one thing that people wouldn't know about you, what would that be?
One thing about me, I'm pretty solid at playing ping pong. So if anyone's challenged me on playing ping pong table tennis, come see me at the court.
My goodness gracious. That's what's up, man. For sure. All right, so what's for the future? What do you got next? What's coming up next?
Yeah, so the biggest thing is working on this album called Cluster. At the same time, just getting myself more out there, finding more performances. Hopefully I can start performing more at the nightclubs now that as of today, I just got promoted to become a promoter at Arena SF.
Hey,
so that's really awesome. Thank you very much. So hopefully I could perform more at the night scene. I want to really work on my health. And so I'm actually going to start boxing next week. So, I think the most important thing is if your health is not right, then you won't be able to function. So I want to make sure that I shed some pounds, not just only to feel good, not only to look good, but it's going to stimulate my mind, right? I want to make sure my serotonin is on point. So that's what we're focused on next.
That's the first time serotonin's been said on my
camera. We educated out here.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, I had to put that in there.
So the opera singing, you think you're done with it now?
Oh, no,
I'm talking about like going into the big shows and stuff, and like not doing it by yourself and shit.
So check this out. So this is the year where I'm really going to showcase the world what hip opera really is. I'm working on this really big opera production within my music. People are not going to expect what to hear. All I will tell you this, you're going to hear a sample of Beethoven. He's a GOAT in the classical realm. And I'm singing in Spanish. But then when you hear that beat drop, the rest is history. So, you can definitely stay tuned when that happens. My ultimate goal, I want to fill up the opera houses with diversity. I want to see people of color fill up the opera houses. I want to make it exciting. I want to make it lit. So,
well, you in the Bay Area, man. I'm from St. Louis. Go to St. Louis. There's a bunch of color folks in there, man.
We're gonna travel, man.
Me, people love opera all around the world. That's like one of the biggest genres.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, man. Let's go to St. Louis. I'll take you shit.
So when we booking the flight?
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. All right, man. So that about wraps this segment up at Bottom of the Bay. You want to give everybody your socials first, and then you can give your socials after.
Yeah. So guys, you can follow me on Instagram at the Khaysie. Right there, you can see on the screen. On TikTok at the official Khaysie. You can stream my music on all streaming platforms: Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube. Khaysie, Khaysie.
So you can see my clothes on Sylvia Made It. Sylvia with an I, It with a 1. And my personal is Princess Bubblegum. 1 in place of the I and the L.
That's what's up, man. Well, once again, I want to tell you, bro, you got a lot on your plate that you just said you're about to do, but I believe that you're going to get that shit done.
You already know.
Stick to that videography stuff.
Yes.
Where you're going to the fashion shows or whatnot. Keep meeting people. Keep being honest. Keep showing up.
Yes.
And, hey, man, you always got a platform bottom of the bay. If you ever want to collab, reach out to me, bro.
Definitely, you already know.
Just keep working hard, man.
Thank you so much for including me in this opportunity, and I'm looking forward to making some magic with you, bro.
Oh, yeah, for sure, man.
Let's get it.
And you too, thank you for showing us, sweetheart. I appreciate it. It's not a lot that we get like a special guest. It's every now and then. I usually don't let people on the camera, you know what I'm saying? All right, man. Peace.
All right, we out. Yeah.